The following courses are available to you at the Dale Jackson Career Center.
You learn a lot of creativity with the programs like Artist Page Maker. You learn the proper way to write and design an advertisement, and it's a lot of fun.
We did like an advertising thing for the Colony High School, their cafeteria. We just answered questions about quality of their food, how can we make the appearance better, just change the way it's set up.
Like the pizza section, we did like a drawing like a pizza man, where he would be dressed up as, he's like a comic figure, but he was dressed up like a chef. And
so pretty much every day or every other day we work on the computers.
Well, we fix cars and panels of cars, and we paint cars, and we don't just learn out of the textbook. We get hands-on experience so that we can have the experience for when we get into the field.
Right now we have our own projects. Like I have a fender to a 60-some-odd-year-old truck, you know, and we learn how to mix plastics, work with the tools and all that, and just hands-on experience.
I figured it'd be a neat course to take because I like working on cars as well as mechanic work, and I figured maybe this might teach me something. Well, you get to not only work on your own car, you have an opportunity to do that, but you have an opportunity to learn about different cars other than your own, you know, from older cars to right up to the up-to-date year cars.
Yeah, we went down to the national drag racing finals. Got to talk to the mechanics that work on those cars. We also got to walk around the pits, and it was fun. It was neat.
I took cosmetology as a way to make money for when I go to college, but I also took it because I enjoy a lot of hair stuff, and I always want to be in tune with fads and what people like hairstyle-wise. I'm always looking in magazines, and I've always checked out hairstyles, so I figured this would be a fun way for me to make money while I'm in college.
I've learned a lot. I've learned wet sets, perms, colors, hair cutting, makeup, facials, tints, rinses, all kinds of different things.
When I found out that there was the opportunity of getting into Dale Jackson and learning, you know, the trades of cosmetology, I decided I would.
I'd recommend criminal justice to all my friends, because even though you might not be planning on pursuing a career in the field, it's still a lot of fun to know about the law, basic rules, and it's just real interesting just to know little things about what's going on around you.
Yes, we had a mock trial, and everyone is assigned a part. You can be defense or prosecuting. There's judges. There's people in the class that actually play the parts of people being prosecuted or witnesses. We had people from other classes that came in to be the jury, people that had no idea about any of the case except for what they heard from the prosecution and the defense.
I plan to be an electrical engineer, and I figured that this is the best class that, you know, the district is offering.
Electronics 1 really affords them the opportunity to really get a pretty solid base in electronics if that's the field that they're looking to go into.
Equipment you can learn to use is an oscilloscope. You learn how to use multimeters, which measure voltage, current, amperage, resistance. You also learn how to use this machine called the trainer. Need a trainer. It's what the military uses to train their people on.
Took this class because I learned about bone structures, we learned about terminology, we learned about the best career that's for you, that's best suited for your interests.
You learn a lot about inventions and a lot of the instruments and just modern day things that you wouldn't think about where it came from.
Learn about anesthesia, before anesthesia, afterward, the medicines, preventive healing, and eventually you'll get into learning how to take blood pressure, first aid, and hopefully CPR.
The reason that I got into health occupations is because I want to be a pediatric physician, and I've seen a lot being in health occupations. I've seen things from suturing of a girl's forehead all the way to death of a 3-year-old boy. You see a lot when you're in rotations. This class gives you a lot of hands-on experience. It really helps you out. Gives you an inside look in the health careers, and it could either make or break your decision. The most fun I think that we've had was the disaster drill for the hospital. We got to see how the hospital works from the patient's point of view rather than the doctor point of view.
You learn basic life skills while keeping a job in the industrial site. You have to have a job that you work at least 15 hours a week, work as a mechanic at Advanced Automotive, and I do basic maintenance around there, like sweeping up and fixing and repairing others.
It's a really good program, and you get experience while you're in high school, and you get to make money on the side. I'm training on circuit breakers right now, and you basically rebuild circuit breakers, clean them up, and paint them. I won't be stuck in a dead-end job when I get out. I'll have some experience and something to put on an application.
We also have a stimulation project where you do the work that you would actually do in a legal office, so that helps out.
So far we've been using the computers, and we've been using Windows, and now I'm in WordPerfect 5.1.
I want to go to Texas Tech and major in law, and then hopefully someday be in the FBI.
I took this class because I wanted to know a lot about movies and film and, like, you know, a whole bunch about the field of communications. And taking this class, it allows you to get hands-on experience on everything you want to, you know, do and learn.
My favorite part about media tech is probably the experience we get with all the equipment that we usually wouldn't get till we go to college, or it's not usually available in high school.
Okay, so far since we've been up in here, we've done a kung fu movie. And we work, like right now, we're working on an action movie. A lot of kids get to do like promotional videos. They let you know what Dale Jackson's about.
We took a field trip to Paragon Cable, where we were involved in production of the Lions Club speech contest, where we got to film it and direct it and produce it. It was a good experience.
I learned medical terminology and computer skills, and my typing has improved since I've been in this class.
The skills you would learn would be the computer literacy, and then you would learn, while you're doing the simulation, you learn the telephone, because you have to talk to people over the telephone about their medical problems.
Right now I'm trying to get a job in a medical office, and if they see that you've already taken this kind of class, then I think you're more likely to be hired if you know a lot about it.
I'm taking Mill and Cabinet 1. I'm happy I took it now because I have a lot of fun in here.
This has a lot more advanced tools, machines, how to use different machines like the straight line ripsaw and the sand max. I've never used those before except for this year. And the shaper routes the door so it has a groove in it.
I'm happy I took it now because I can see something I built useful to my family and to myself.
You learn a lot about metal, the different types of welding, how to cut with a torch. Very basic. You start with a scratch metal, make something, anything.
I learned to use a plasma gun, measurements, and to be precise. You know, like can't be a 1/16 of an inch off. You have to be right on the dot for it to turn out right and look good. If you take it seriously, I mean, you'll go somewhere.
For more information on courses offered at the Career Center, refer to the LISD course description guide or contact the Career Center counselor at 221-0909.